To start off, could you please tell the camera your name and where you are committed?
Hey guys, my name is Sam Stryker and I am committed to the University of Chicago for physics and quantum engineering.
Hi, my name is Ting Ray. I'm committed to Carnegie Mellon for artificial intelligence and materials engineering.
Hey, I'm Sean Q and I'm committed to UCLA for computational math.
Hello, my name is Albert and I'm committed to UCSD for physics.
Okay. So our first question is, how does it feel knowing you are about to graduate?
I'm very excited. I can't wait to go out and learn some really cool stuff, as well as, work at some cool companies, just follow my passions further than I can at Greeley. So I'm not really all that sad, except for the people, because I got in like almost a year ago at this point, it feels like. So I've had a lot of time to come to terms, yes, with my mortality or whatever.
Following that emotionless soul, I'm excited and a little sad. I feel like a lot of things, like for example, in the morning in my government class, like I would always be so annoyed coming to that class knowing that it was like U.S. government, not exactly my interest, but that class was always like fun because the people in there were really fun. So I'm like a bit sad that I'll miss that, but at the same time, I'm excited to go to college and like finally be able to fully focus on what I'm interested in without being like dragged down by all sorts of useless classes.
I am really focusing on like the positives and just all of the people that I'll be meeting at college. And well, yes, there's like a certain air of nostalgia when I just like walk through the halls again for the last time. But I'm gonna drop a quote here. Don't be sad that it's over, be happy that it happened.
Yeah, I'm a little sad it's over. Feel kind of weird, like leaving everyone.
I'll always be with you.
Me too, Albert.
Well, yeah, but like still like this is like probably the last time I'll ever be in this library. Yeah, but at the same time, I am excited for the future. There's like a lot more stuff to do in college, and also it'll be warm. I don't like the cold, so.
You should come visit me in Chicago though.
Yeah.
It's nice and balmy.
Yeah, it's really nice and warm.
Okay, second question. How do you think you've changed since your freshman year?
Biggest thing is I am way more confident overall. Oh yeah, my hair changed too. But I think freshman year, I had a really hard time talking to anybody. So I kind of had the same group of friends from middle school a little bit. Shifted throughout the years, but now I've met an insane amount of people. And they've all been great additions to my life. I feel like my circle has expanded greatly over the last few years. And I've also found just what I'm interested in. I discovered that I want to study physics and I want to study quantum engineering, which is not something that I would have.
Yeah, you could have imagined that.
I could have imagined that actually, yeah. But yeah, it's definitely more defined.
You really can do like whatever you really feel like, because I feel like in middle school, I didn't really do anything in middle school. I think that going to high school, like I really discovered that like you can really push beyond what the school wants you to learn. Like the school is just like a bunch of sources of inspiration, and you can like pick one and you can really like go really deep into it. And I think that just knowing that like whatever you really want to do is really possible. That's what I'll take away.
I would say my biggest takeaway and one thing that has really changed is my mindset when it comes to encountering new things. I think before in middle school I was very closed-minded and really just not willing to try different things, to let these different perspectives influence how I think. And now I do. It's definitely becoming more willing to take on different ways of thinking, and I think that has expanded my mindset a lot, where I feel like the future is going to be really versatile because I've adapted this new mindset.
I'm more okay when things don't go the way I really want them to go. Like my research didn't really turn out the way I wanted it to, but in the end it still grew a lot, and it's really the process that counted. And then also I probably grew taller too. That's probably a big difference. Yeah.
I think we all grew a little.
I think we all got a little taller.
Third question. What's one memory from high school that you'll never forget?
They're both trips with the Chinese class, but I went to Taiwan, Singapore, and Malaysia. Singapore and Malaysia was one trip, and that really broadened my horizons to the rest of the world. One thing I realized from that is we went to a couple of high schools while we were there and met some exchange, and I guess we were the exchange students. But it really opened my eyes to the fact that everybody everywhere in the world is like basically the same. You know, all of the kids talk about the same stuff. I talked to some kids in Singapore about Italian brain rot, and that's like not what I was expecting at all. So I think that was a really interesting opportunity to just meet people all over the place. And it's also made me think that I want to possibly live in Taiwan for a couple of years because that was a lot of fun. I really liked Taiwan.
Probably my favorite moments was going to Science Olympiad States. Been there 4 years, and every year it gets a little better. I think that I enjoyed it a lot because like you would go there with like a bunch of people that you knew. You would like sit through a test, and if you didn't know what was going on, you guys would both like laugh and suffer together, and it was like pretty fun to just like know that like, oh yeah, we like studied for this and we still got absolutely flamed. Or on the flip side, like when I was with this guy, when we did like wind power in sophomore year, and we absolutely destroyed that exam, and we still came in second place because I don't know what happened. But I just thought it was really fun to just like be able to spend so much time with friends, spend time with people who were also interested in similar things, had like similar aspirations, and like we're all aiming to like do this pretty much the same thing, like to do well in states. And then coming in this year to see nearly everyone come away with like a medal, to see us come away with like an even better trophy, like it was just a great experience overall.
Sometimes me and my friends we'll just decide on a time to go to one person's house and each cook like a different thing. And then, yeah, it's just a lot of fun. We would just like mess around in the kitchen basically, and then from some miracle, turn it into like a good meal. It's just like a small thing that I do with my friends that really felt special because it's just spending time with friends, with the people. I think that's one of the most important experiences of life.
My favorite memory is probably going to the robotics competition. I didn't go last year, but I did this year, and last year was our first year. I kind of wish I did go, because it really was quite fun. It was really cool to see there's a bunch of other teams that were a little more organized than us, but it's okay. We learn from those. It was just really cool to see everyone else's robots and like also kind of get to work on a robot in a sort of competition environment. That felt pretty cool. I felt like one of the like pit crew in F1 or something. You get to watch the robots shoot their balls into the bucket.
What are you most excited about and most nervous about for what comes next?
I cannot wait to go take classes in the fields I'm interested in. I am very interested in quantum error mitigation as well as quantum sensing, and being able to meet more people that are in those fields, as well as getting connected with professors. I already know some people who I've begun reaching out to. I can't wait to work with them on their projects as well as my own projects. And Chicago, I already know they're sending me to Tokyo over winter break to go work on quantum computing in industry, or quantum engineering in industry rather, and I'm super excited for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. And also just to be at a place where everybody is very curious, because I think that's the most important attribute of anyone, is curiosity. It could drive you anywhere. Most nervous about having to take the core curriculum and go through all of the humanities classes, because I don't want to do that. But hopefully I'll find something fun, right?
Yeah, whatever you say. I'm most excited to meet new people. I think that even from elementary school to middle school, I met so many more people, and it was like more fun. From middle school to high school, I met even more people, and it's just like the experience kept getting bigger, better, and better. And now going into college, like there's gonna be even more. There's gonna be like nearly 6 or 7 times. There's 40 people per grade in my material science department, but I'm gonna obviously branch out outside of that, and I think being able to meet so many more people, I think is gonna be a great experience. And then the most nervous about, besides the weather, I guess, I don't know, it's just gonna be like the first time I'm away so far from home for like a very extended period of time. Like I'm not gonna like once I come back from classes, I'm not just gonna be able to go home and like talk with my parents or like go out to dinner with them. Like it's just gonna be me and I guess like some friends. Like really the people who have grown with me over the past few years aren't gonna be by my side anymore. I think I'm the only person in school going there. So it's just gonna be a very new environment.
I've never lived in a dorm before, so I think definitely dorm life is gonna be new. It's not gonna be perfect, but I know it's gonna be really fun. And okay, he's not wrong. Dorm life, it's gonna be a new environment, but it's also a great way to meet new people, to like what I said before, expand my perspective. And I would say something that I'm nervous about is low-key the field I'm going into, because like artificial intelligence is definitely a changing field right now, and I don't know what's gonna happen in 4 years, but that's also part of the excitement.
I'm pretty excited to meet new people. But at the same time, I'm also kind of nervous about meeting new people. Because I feel like I never talk to anyone that doesn't talk to me first. That's kind of an issue. I'm also worried about cooking. I don't know how to cook.
Instant ramen.
I gotta ask Sean.
you.
Yeah, but like instant ramen, that's just not good for you. I don't want to.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I don't want to tank my health like that.
I am also excited to meet new people. I am not a loner completely. I've been DMing a bunch of people on Instagram. Yeah, we all met up together in Chicago. It's a lot of fun. Excited to meet new people as well. Connecting to something how I've changed from freshman year is going and talking to people. Doing that a lot more now. There's like, as long as you just be really interested in whatever they're saying, you'll become friends. That's kind of like how it works.
What an interesting thought, Sam. What an interesting idea.
Hey, but it's like, it's true. So that's my advice to Albert as well. Just be like very interested in them.
If you could give one piece of advice to the incoming freshmen or the current underclassmen, what would it be?
First off, nobody knows what you want unless you ask for it. So I think this is something I got from my dad, and it has been huge for me. I've gotten so many opportunities by just going up and asking, hey, can I do this? Because, the worst they're gonna say is, no, sorry, I actually can't let you do that. And I'm like, oh, okay. You're never gonna see that person again. Walk away, you're done. For example, I was in Chicago. I knocked on the door of the head of the astrophysics department. I was like, hey, could you take me up to the observatory? She was like, I'm really not allowed to have students up there. Let me check. Walks away, walks back 5 minutes later. I think I can make an exception just for you. And I got to go up there and see it. And even my admissions officer, I was talking to her later, she's never even been up there. As well as I got this guy at this lab for a research proposal I submitted to work with me, because I was just like, hey, any chance that I could come use some of your instruments? He was like, yeah, sure. So yeah, nobody knows what you want unless you ask for it. And the worst they'll say is no. So just go and ask. And you'll probably get to do some cool stuff that you wouldn't have been able to do before. If you're curious, you're not going to look stupid if you, I don't know, go ask the cop, hey, can I look inside your car? Can I come sit there? Yeah, sure. Everyone always says yes. You'd be surprised. I'm yet to have somebody say no, which is really surprising.
I think that a lot of kids, you go into high school and it's like, oh, I can't do this because they'd say no, or I can't do blah 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 because that's for adults only. My mentor was like, oh, you should go try for this conference, and then I applied and I was like, oh, but there's no way, I'm a high schooler, and then I show up and I'm the only high schooler there out of thousands of other people, and it's just it was great because other people will underestimate you a little. They'll be like, oh, what, you're a high schooler, what happened? And I think it's just a great experience. You can see what other people do. You can really see your true potential, that you shouldn't confine yourself to your own thoughts. I think I was very closed-minded coming into high school. It was oh, I need to focus on going to college. Going in, it was just, let's go to a good college, right? And I think that mindset wasn't really the most healthy thing, because I feel I kind of, again, confined myself to be oh, I shouldn't do this or this because I need to focus on doing this and this and this instead. But I think that trying to find a better balance, knowing that, oh, not everything is about working or trying to make money or trying to go to a better school, but also just trying to do things that are fun, trying to explore a little, trying to have a little more fun. So I would definitely recommend that.
look at the situation that you're in and then always think about how to like what is like the next step forward that is the best. Yeah, that was like phrased really weirdly, but take a look at your situation and then just think about the next best step forward, because I feel like a lot of people tend to just stay in what like kind of wallow in the situation that they found themselves in and kind of just like kind of pause, be like frozen. Being frozen is not going to do anything because time doesn't freeze. It's good to take some time to like process what your situation is, but then after that, it's always, you got to move.
Just be confident in your abilities. Don't let yourself beat yourself down, because you'll never move past things that way.
And you don't have to join like 50 million clubs. Freshman year, I thought I had to like join 10 clubs and make another 4. So I went and I made a club that I did not care about at all, and it fizzles out and died. So I actually didn't end up joining any clubs in Greeley, except I guess technically Science Olympiad, which is a team. Same with robotics, it's a team. Yeah, other than that, I didn't join a single club while I was at Greeley. You don't have to do that. You can do whatever you want. I found my interest is fire and EMS, and that's been great. I've no regrets. Everyone should find something they're interested in and don't just follow. There's no cookie cutter method. So.
Do you want to share a piece of advice? You can come into the camera.
A new Avenger. A new Pokemon has appeared.
Oh yeah, just live your life.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like everything I've been doing is just like smooth sailing. Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm
Fortunate
saying?
life. No hardship.
To close off, could you guys do a little cheer for your school to the camera?
Wait, what are we?
Yeah, that's Phil right
What is
there.
it? I don't know what card.
He's cool. Go Maroons.
Go Tardans, which is a wool fabric lining thingy-majiggy. So go wool fabrics.
Go Bruins, UCLA.
Go Tritons.
Go Lions.
Thank you guys. That
Michael
was
Zhang, you better go
it.
watch-